Good afternoon, students. This is a special video for my 1 to 3 o'clock class. You guys are bosses right now, and I'm so proud of you. And I want to show you where you can find everything. I spent a lot of time rebuilding my Blackboard website, and I want to make sure that you're learning how to navigate a Blackboard website. I could just simply be sending you links, but that doesn't do you any good as far as learning how to navigate in the college learning environment, a Blackboard interface. And this is called a content management system. That's another word. There's a variety of them you can use, Canvas, so forth. They're all ways that instructors organize their information. As you can see, this is the interface that I have here right now. All the announcements are labeled here, right here. And this is where you're going to find them, but they're also sent to your email as well. Their Learning Lab information is one of my colleagues. If you want to get some tutoring for your outline, you can go see Professor Clark online and he will help you, and you're more than welcome to do that. Although you will have an opportunity, obviously, to meet with me one-on-one on Monday to show me your final rough draft. Now, I guess this is also the daily announcements as well. So I must have a double. I'll probably end up let's just go ahead and delete this right now. All right. So all of your announcements are here under Calling All Sharks. Okay. The course syllabus will be loaded here, the new one for summer, as well as I'll have a link up here for everyday Zoom link as well. So you'll have the class office hours. And this is the old office hours, not the new one. And so to that effect, when I post that stuff over the weekend, then you'll have the new office hours as well as the Zoom link. So let me just go ahead and correct that so there's no mistakes. Okay, so now you can kind of see what we do. Now let me show you where you're going to find everything. Go to the big catch. This is where all of the units in the course are. There's a bunch of super funny comics that didn't load for some reason, and I'm going to fix that at some point. Go to Unit 3 and 4, Shark Attack. Creating your verbal weapon, solo speech, extemporaneous public policy speaking. This is your go-to for this assignment. Here are all the goals, and these are the different chapters that I'm covering as we proceed through this unit. What you're going to make sure that you do before Monday is that you read through these rubrics. This is how you're being graded. That's why I could say, well, I don't like so-and-so's ball cap, and so they're going to get failed. That wouldn't be a fair way to assess you now, would it? I don't like the color shirt they have on. That would not be very fair. The way that you ensure that you're being graded equitably is by reading a prompt, and this is basically like the U.S. Constitution for my class. That way you know what the expectations are, and for future academic courses, that's how you can become your advocate. Notice there's a sample outline in this prompt of how your speech should look, with the introduction, with the body of the speech, and with the conclusion. Now, there's been some changes with my online learning, so this is not exactly picture perfect because, as you know, now the sources are highlighted and they're typed in line, and that's an old example. Back to this, you're going to make sure you read all three of these because this is how I'm going to be grading you, is going through here, clicking if you did any of these or did not do any of these, and then I'm going to click through each one of these, and then finally on the last page, I'm going to type in my comments to you, right? And then I'm going to submit it. So that's what that is. The other thing is you're going to make sure that you watch the videos. These are the video playlists on informative speeches, on persuasive speeches. At some point, you should listen to these criteria, your Secret Weapon podcast, the Monroe podcast, and your problem solution, because you're going to have to write all of these at some point in the speech, whether it's in a solo scenario or a group situation. So, but if you're, for damage control, if you know for sure you're doing informative speech, watch the informative speech playlist. It would probably be better if you watched all, because your informative may turn into a persuasive. Make sure that if you're doing the Monroe, you use my template. This is your go-to. You should click on this situation right here to look at sample outlines from the past. It's on my Google Drive, and you can simply click on any of these for a sample A outline. You should have one tab with this and one of these open and another tab with your specific speech. So by Monday, you should have gone through all of these resources in this area. In fact, quite frankly, you should kind of toot around here a little bit. And I'm sorry, this is all messed up, but that's what you're doing. So once again, you're going to make sure that you look at the rubrics, you look at the podcast and the video, listen to the podcast and watch the videos, and then that you've gone through the examples. If you're doing them in a row, there's the template. Thank you for watching my video and break a leg.